Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a Chatty get ready with me, and I'm actually getting ready to go out for my mum's birthday dinner. So I'm going to be doing kind of like casual nighttime makeup. I have done videos like this before, but I have a bunch of new products to show you guys, so why not? I am going to be using quite a few new products that I hauled recently, so I will leave a link to the haul down below if you've missed it. My nail polish is either Neon Pink or Pink Neon by Depend. It's actually a gel nail polish and I do it myself at home. So first off, I'm going to start with my e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer. I have not tried this yet. This is in Radiant Glow. I just filmed my whole video today actually, so I haven't used this yet, so we'll just see how it goes. Please excuse my skin. I used a new face mask and I can't tell if my skin hates it or if it works really well at pulling stuff out of my skin, so we shall see. I'm just going to work this primer in all over my skin. I'm going to get a little bit more because I feel like it kind of just didn't really do much. It's very silicone based like the other primer from this range. This one just has a golden sheen to it. So that sheen is quite intense. Hopefully you guys can kind of see how sheeny or shiny that actually is. For foundation today, I feel like using my Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum. I really love my Benefit Hello Flawless, but I did just use it recently in a video, so I thought we could try something different. I have used this before, but just switching it up a bit. So this is the Healthy Mix Serum by Bourjois, as I said, in the colour 51. Please excuse how nasally I sound. My cold just does not want to go away. So I'm just going to apply this foundation all over my face. It's a really nice light colour for me, and it gives me nice kind of like light to medium coverage, and I really like the way that this feels on the skin. I just got back from Wellington. By the time you guys will be seeing this, I would have gotten back like a week ago or even more than that, but I'm just trying to pre-film because my practicum is starting to get a bit intense now. I'm starting to teach, by the time you guys will be seeing this, I'll be teaching full control, so it'll be me and the kids pretty much, with my teacher just standing by. So I'm not going to have very much time to spare. I'll just be planning and marking and all of that stuff with my free time. So just trying to get some videos pre-filmed. So if some of the stuff that I've been saying in my videos lately seems a bit like outdated or off, that'll be why. So you can see that's just given my skin a really nice even look to it, and it's just starting to cover up my redness. You can obviously still see them, but the redness is starting to subside a little bit. So for concealer today, I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Concealer and Correct palette in light, and I'm just going to be taking NC15, and I'm just going to apply this just to the areas of my face that need a little bit more coverage. I feel that this concealer gives me really great coverage and it doesn't look cakey at all. So I'm just using my pinky finger to use it for like spot concealing right on that blemish. For my under eyes, lately I've really been liking my Le Corrector Pro from Lancome, and I'm just going to be taking a little bit of the salmony side, which is actually really thick, which is a bit weird. Just looks like that. It's just a little bit more of a salmon undertone, and I'm just going to blend that right where I'm at the darkest, so just right in the inner corner, and then just up, sort of, if that makes sense, the inner corner of my under eye circle, and then just up, kind of like where you'd contour your nose, I guess. And I'm just going to pat a little bit of the other colour, which is that one there, the actual concealer, just on top, and blend that out. I've switched my camera to autofocus. Hopefully it doesn't jump as much, so if I slip in and out of focus, that's why, because I'm not on autofocus anymore, so please excuse that. I've already started on one of my eyebrows, so I'm just going to talk you through this one, I guess. I'm using my e.l.f. brow kit in light, and all I'm doing is, with this product, all I want to do is just kind of fill in the sparse areas. So the top of my brow, the tail of my brow, and the front of my brow is what I want to kind of define with this. So I'm just using my XOBeauty eyebrow brush, and I'm just doing really feather light strokes, just trying to just fill in this as naturally as I can, but I still want it to look quite structured. I don't want it to look too feathered out. Kind of gone a little bit too far in, so I'm just going to smudge that out a little bit. Just really want to fill that in. So I just applied my Revitalash because otherwise I will forget. I really recommend this if you guys want to get your lashes to look longer, thicker and be stronger. It's worked really great for me. Before I set my brows, I'm going to set my face, just because I feel like if you've already set your brows with a wet kind of gel product and then you powder over top and you get powder in the wet gel, it's not really going to come out as well as if you did it the other way around. So lately I've really been liking my Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder. I was sent this from a distributor of Australis, I think is how you'd explain it, and this is in the colour Natural. I absolutely have been loving this. It works really great. I've been meaning to try this for like years and years, but I haven't gotten around to it, so I'm so glad I got sent it because now I know that it is actually really great. And this is light enough to work with my skin. So that's always refreshing when you're as white as I am, finding something that actually matches your skin. And I also just like to blend that down the neck to make sure that everything is actually really nice and seamless. For the brows, I have another Australis product that I've been loving. This is the Tint My Brow Tint in dark brown. I have heard really mixed things about this product. I've heard some people love it, some people who hate it. I personally really like it. I don't know if this will replace my Benefit Gimme Brow completely, but I have been using it in place of it lately. This just is, I think it's a better colour, which I think is why I prefer it, and it literally makes my brows so hard and crunchy. They do not move at all. So all I do is I start in the middle of my brow. I would not start at the start of your brow because this stuff is very potent and more pigmented than you'd think for a brow tint. And then I just use very gentle strokes, because if you go too hard you're going to ruin your brows. Just comb everything into the place that you want it to stick in. And then I just go through to the front again, very gently brush that through the front of my brow. And it holds hairs in place, so if you need to brush hairs up to cover up gaps, it will do it like no sweat. One of the new products that I got from e.l.f. was the eyebrow lifter and filler. I'm going to take the lifter side, which mine is just in ivory, and I'm just going to draw this with a light hand, just because I haven't used this before. I don't know how hard it's going to be to blend. Basically just going to carve out the underside of my brow. I think if you're as fair as me, you'd probably need to get a lighter shade, which I don't think there actually is. So if you're as fair as me, you can see it's basically just my skin tone. All it's going to do is just clean up the edges. It's not really going to give you that much of a lift, so do keep that in mind. You can just take any small brush. This is the Sigma E56, and I'm just going to pull that down. So I'm just pushing the brush on the product and just pulling it downward just to sort of blend it. You can totally use your finger, but for something as precise as this, I would definitely recommend using a brush. So that's that. Brows are looking on point. I'm going to just be the one to say, loving this product. Underneath my brows is just crisping them up so nicely. So I'm going to start off with my brow bone highlight, and I'm just taking Strange from my Naked 3 palette. This is my eyeshadow blender brush by XOBeauty, by the way. And I'm just going to apply that underneath my brow on top of that ivory shade that we just used, just to set that in place and to give a little bit of a highlight. Lately I've actually really been loving my Naked 3 palette brush. I thought I would never ever use this, but I just used it out of desperation the other day and it's actually really nice. So I'm going to take the fluffy side and I'm going to be picking up Limit, which is the lighter of the two matte browns, just that one right there, and I'm just going to pack this shade all over my eyelid. We're just going for a really basic eye look today. And because this brush is fluffy, you can also use it to blend stuff up into the crease, which is what I'm going to use it for today. Just blending Limit up. Just keeping it nice and rounded. I feel like a brown smoky eye. This one is a little bit more of like a pinky warm one. But nonetheless, a brown smoky eye is so easy to do, and I feel like it's really flattering on any skin tone. You just need to alter like the tones that you use and how dark the products are. Just taking Limit on that same brush and smudging that underneath my lower lash line. Then I'm going to take some of Nuna, which is the darker of the two matte browns. Hopefully you saw that before the palette fell on me. And I'm just going to pack this into the outer corner. I'm just going to see how intense I can get this, and if it's not intense enough we can just use one of the shimmery colours. So it looks pretty good. I'm just going to use the same brush just to start to blend it. And then I'm going to switch to the big blending brush once I've got the colours where I want them to be. So now that I've got the kind of shape that I want, I'm just going to go in with my XOBeauty eyeshadow blender. I'm just going to start off with no product and see how we can do, and then if I need more I'll just take some of Limit and use that to blend the colours up, but I think it's going to be fine by itself. Then with a short eyeshadow brush by XOBeauty, I'm going to be taking Black Heart, which is the darkest shade in the palette. It's the black with the red shimmers through it, or pink shimmers, whatever they are. And I'm just going to start off by blending this right against my lower lash line, like basically on the waterline. I want to make it nice and deep and dark. See, the black makes it very, very vampy. And I'm also going to take that, just a little bit of it, I'm just going to blend that along my upper lash line, just on the outer corner area. Just quite messily. Just blend it. Try to mostly blend it on the inner half, but if you need to kind of get that continuation going, you can just keep blending it along until you think you've got enough. Hopefully you can see that. It's just really quite smudgy and grungy, but I think it looks really nice. Now I'm going to use the brush that we used to start off with, and I'm just going to take it without any product. I'm just going to try and smoke out the bottom and just stop it from being quite such a defined line into just being a little bit more of a fade, and then just go over the top lash line to make sure there's no harsh lines there either. And you just want to let the product blend itself out. You don't want to be using any more colour, just use whatever's left in the brush and whatever is sitting on your eyelid. Now it's time for mascara. You want to go all out with mascara on a smoky look. Go crazy on the bottom lashes, crazy on the top lashes. You obviously can use falsies, but I personally won't be doing that today, so I'm just going to go very, very hefty. I'm using my Benefit They're Real mascara, and I will be right back. So the eyes are now done, so we're just going to finish off with a little bit of blush and some lipstick. So I'm going to go in with Mellow Mauve, which is one of my new blush colours from e.l.f. and this is really, really pretty with, I don't know, I just really, really love it. It's just a very natural kind of skin tone flush. It's kind of got a little bit of a purpley brown tone to it. This is probably really, really nice if you don't know what kind of blush to wear. This is absolutely perfect, and I honestly don't know anything purpley mauve for the cheeks, so I've really, really been loving something a little bit different than what I normally wear. And to top everything off, I'm going to finish my lips off with the e.l.f. matte lip colour in Natural, which is just a natural pinky nude colour. So that's the finished look. It's really, really basic. It took me, like, if I hadn't been filming, it would have taken me about 10-15 minutes to do, and I just think it's very, very straightforward, perfect for a night out, and this is kind of like my go-to makeup, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So do let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you want to see any other kind of like everyday looks or my go-to looks, because I'd definitely be happy to do that for you guys, and thumbs up if you liked this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!